Okay, my name is Girma Safra. Today I wanted to show how to run DSSAT cropping modeling or integrated climate simulation and the DSSAT cropping modeling. So, to the aim or the objective of DSSAT cropping modeling to assess the impacts, vulnerability, adaptation assessments by decision support system for agricultural technology transfer practical training. Therefore, the training content is introduction, digital cropping modeling, method of future climate extraction, marxism or Cordex Africa, Instata Plus, climate guide, mankind trend analysis, upstream modeling or agricultural production simulation modeling. The training objective by the end of this trainer should be able to understand the minimum data requirements for the DSAT cropping modeling, calibration, and validation using the series and the cropping grow modeling, obtain the skill of future climate downscaling, climate extraction from the Cortex Africa. Marketing weather generator tool to assess the future yield impact assessment on the crop productions and characterize a local climate trend analysis of long-term climate data of the specific area. Finally, to evaluate the climate extreme indexes or events like drought, flooding, seasonal, and annual drought indexes. Yet we proceed to the introduction. Climate is one of the main determinants of agricultural productivity, mainly in the developing countries, as a small order lack of capacity to adopt hotter, more volatile planet. And according to this outer source estimates that altering land surface temperature and the rainfall variability will reduce agricultural use by 50% in rainfall system. Ethiopia is one of sub-Saharan African countries where the agriculture is affected by the recurrent drought, flood, erratic rainfall, and other climate extremes. Agriculture in Ethiopia is heavily dependent on rain and the geographical location and the topography, plus low adaptive capacity, make the country highly vulnerable to the adverse impact of climate change. Studying the local climate characterization of early onset or start of rain season, cessation date end of rainy season, and the length of growing period or maturity are very important for enhancing agricultural crop productions. According to this outsourced sources, that the major cause of agricultural failure in Rift Valley of Ethiopia are frequent dry spell of about 10 days length, as well as shorter growing period due to the replanting, late onset, or early cessation of the rain. Reliable estimation of onset, cessation of rain, and the length of growing seasons could help optimize agricultural productivity strategy in semi-arid areas. Unreliable and unpredictable rainfall and warmer temperature adversely influence crop production, thereby exacerbating food security of most countries in sub-Saharan Africa. In doing this, the availability of the past and the future climate data at a local scale is very critical. General circulation models are currently the most widely used tool for simulating global climate systems. Marxism is currently used to downscale output from the GCM and generate daily future climate data at the specific site. To generate a climate variable, a rainfall, solar radiation, maximum, minimum temperature, which are a minimum data for required for digital cropping modeling. Cordex Africa is also one of the source of climate data or downscaling. Cordex Africa is coordinated regional climate downscaling experiment to evaluate a regional climate model performance through a set of experiments aiming at producing regional climate projection and the simulation with the African climate at high resolutions. Models. Model is a set of mathematical equations describing mimic a behavior of a system. Models simulate or initiate the behavior of a real crop by predicting the growth of its component. Modeling also based on the assumption that any a given process can be expressed in a formal mathematical statement or a set of the statement. Simulation is a process of building models and analyzing a system. It is the art of building mathematical models and study the properties in the reference to those systems. What is a crop model? It is a simple representation of a crop. System means a limited part of reality that contains interrelated. The thesis support system for agricultural technology transfer. The full name of DSAT. DSAT is the decision support system for agricultural technology transfer. Is a set of a computer program for simulating agricultural crop growth. DSAT modeling is to address a problem on the farm and the precision management. Regional assessment of impact of climate variability and the change, economic and environmental sustainability, food and nutrition security. This is a suite of cropping models developed to simulate a growth and the development yield of several crops and the change in soil water carbon and nitrogen that takes place under a cropping system over time. DSAT is the minimum data requirement for a DSAT or data set is one or weather daily data, food crop management data, and soil data. When we explain each one by one, weather daily data, daily of maximum, minimum, rainfall, and solar radiation, and the future downscaling in near century, mid-century, end of century, and the RCP 8.5 or medium scenario, and the RCP 8.5 high emission climate scenarios. When come to the crop management data, like cultivar or the cultivar or variety related from the research center, from the institutions, like planting date, irrigation, fertilizer, application tillage and harvest, and experimental data like day to anthesis or flowering, day to maturity, and the leaf area index and the like. So these are have two files, A file and the T file. A file is the data collection at what time, and the T file is the data collection by taking a time that week to week or month to month, or that a data collection at many times in from the field experiment. So soil data, that texture, physicochemical property, texture is clay and salty. Why not sandy? Sandy is does not hold water holding capacity. These are A, pitch or dips, organic carbon, pH, cation exchange capacity, total nitrogen, lower and upper drainage of the limit. So when go to the practical practical for the DSAT, go to the practical for the DSAT first. Open the DSAT. Open the DSAT and create file for calibration or adjustment and validation. So we see, as you see, these are the DSAT file. DSAT file. Okay, here is the DSAT files. So as you know, these are, as you see, these are a crop management data. They are a graphical display. These are a soil data. These are the experimental file, weather data. Weather data, that means future data, and baseline data or historical climate data, seasonal analysis, rotational analysis, and type coefficients. So these are a crops, cereals. So you see, these are a cereal, and these are a legume crops. So this is the DSAT interface. These are the DSAT interface. So when we go to come back to training, for example, how to create a file, We are already, for example, I show ready-made data, which I done in the last training during the training. For example, chickpea. Let we can take chickpea, or let we can take or yeah. sorghum. Sorghum. For example, look. These are for sorghum. These are sorghum. These are open, open. Yeah, these are that is open. So as you see, when they open the DSAT or file for calibration, this figure may display. This figure shows that these are a picture of a file. So those are a file, and then we create a files just to give to a name. As you see, these are a names. As you see, these are institute code, Ethiopia, site code, HU, and the year of the experiment 2020, experiment number 5, crop is sorghum. And the code just to go to the field, the field, the field is look like this. The field character is 8, and also the weather station is Haramaya, new climate data. These are the abbreviation data. There is soil, Girma, clay health. So, if you see, these are the cultivar. When go to a cultivars, for example, management, yeah, sorghum. Sorghum is a crop, cultivar is foundation. Okay, just like we will create this like then. Okay, so and they go to the environment, and the environment as already as you are earlier seen, these are the environment. Okay, these are the environment we are already filled, and export weather data. How to export the weather data? These are a weather data. For example, if you are open,
Welcome.
yeah, open station. For example, bubble, Aramaya, new, yes. So open. Observe it. Yeah, these are. Have you seen? These are a weather data. A weather data starting in 01, month 1, and day 1 in 1994 up to 12 months, 31 days, 2023. These are a weather data. You see, these are a weather data. And when come to a weather data, we are already seen, for example, how to scan this weather data, if it maybe have the error, for example, just to the scan or a graph, just like a graph. Okay, these are a graph. Again, also if you want to show solar radiation maximum, yes, okay, these are a graph. For a weather data. These are a graph for the weather data. Good. So So, and the next step is to refresh and say we are already done. And the soil data, how to fix a soil data? Go to the DSAT interface. These are a soil data. If you have click a soil data, yes, a soil data, profile, new, open the new, but edit that I already did. For example, Haramaya, yeah, sorghum, native soil, yeah. Have you seen? These are soil data, Ethiopia, Haramaya University, ET, latitude, longitude, and the native soil, Haramaya, sorghum, native soil, and the lag, just the lag. These are soil data. Yeah, these are soil data. Actually, these are a good. Then finish. So close. Yes. Exit. Yes. So go to the next step. You see, these are a soil data, how to fill soil data in the DSAT cropping models. So the next is you see the next is a soil data. These are a soil data we are already seeing. These are a soil data. Yeah, and they go to the environment, refresh, read level, soil irrigation, and the level irrigation, for example. Look that. So under the management, we seen a planting. These are a planting date, and emergency date. It is already filled, and irrigation. Irrigation is look like irrigation, fertilizer. Fertilizer may be one broadcast incorporated, urea 550 and 5 dips and 18. So, and fertilizer we see organic amendment. These are the organic amendment. So we feel the tillage and chemical applications. So those are a management data. We see a cultivar, planting date, irrigation, fertilizer, organic amendment. The next step is cultivar. Yes, we seen already. We seen this is a cultivar. Okay, these are the crop. These are a variety, 4 variety. These are a planting date, emergency date, planting method, dry seed, and the planting distribution, raw, and the plant population, 7, 5, and the row spacing is 18 according to your area of the study. So how to export experimental data. Go to the DSAT file. These are the experiment. For example, I show file, column, training, maize, for example, a maize data, experiment for what? Experimental data for rainfall and experimental data for irrigation, but I want to experimental data for rainfall. If you just the open, for example, it is open, yes, these are a data come, okay, so you can adjust and you can fill. It is a treatment number, it is a day to flowering or undated, day to maturity. Accordingly, you fill just like this and an example because I already done. So these are the experimental crop data. After you finish, say by ATU or Harman University, Babile 2020 or 2201. Experiment, maize. So, and the like is the import, export. How to export experimental crop data? The experimental crop data. And if you are finished and export, say file, okay, and save, give a name, yes, you got this value. So these are the treatment. The fourth step is the treatment. How we got the treatment? Like these are a treatment. I show a treatment. Yeah, these are a treatment. Okay. Nitrogen check plot. 80 kilogram urea, nitrogen, and 18 kilogram urea split. So based on this method, these are the simulation options. So the next is go to a treatment within the treatment, and also these are the simulation options. Where is the simulation option? Here. Yeah, here is the simulation options. As you see, these are a general, the simulation option, simulation started date 06/13/2020. These are the options, water, nitrogen, if you have nitrogen, yes, symbiosis, if you have symbiosis, yes, or And the phosphorus, no, because I haven't the data of phosphorus, I haven't the data of potassium, chemicals, disease, and the theology is actually here. And the method we follow, these are a method we follow. These are the options, okay? But we measure the data as I reported, These are the options based on the peristyle user. You see, this is the file, but we follow the peristyle and also peristyle of Tyler and Ritchie, and the filtration, photosynthesis, hydrology, method of soil organic matter, evaporation, and the soil organic soil distributions layers. So these are the simulation options. See, these are the simulation options. After we filled, and go to run. For example, how got these variables, how to got these variables. We are already finished. We are already filled the data. So go to refresh, for example, refresh, run model. Okay, analysis, evaluate out, plot. So these are, you see, when thick. So next, statics. So have you seen, these are the statics. These are the mean of observation, mean of simulation, and the root mean of square error, and the coefficient of determination, and the DSSAT or index of agreement. This result shows that. So these are a result, okay? These are a result. Look like based on that, we got such like data. So how to interpret? For example, R or coefficient of determination. This figure reveals that the performance of a DSAT models in terms of observed versus simulated parameters of the Thomson variety, for example, and the coefficient of determination for day 2 and day to maturity, and the grain yield were the extent of 17, 68, 67, 87% respectively in the case of trend run between observed and simulated values of Thomson variety. This indicates that the model are able to simulate yield of phenology, cultivars adequately. Okay. Again, also based on these statics, this is the normalized root mean square error. If the normalized root mean square error is less than 10, it is excellent, good 20 up to 30, fair 30 up to 20 up to 30, and the poor is greater than 30. So the index of agreement was done to measure the goodness of the field. How to assess the future yield impact assessment on the major crop production? We don't know what comes the next scenarios, what comes the next centuries about the future climate projections. We don't know, but based on the model prediction, or downscaling, so we were able to calculate yield impact assessment. Yield impact assessment is y simulated or yield simulated minus yield of observed over yield of observed times 100. So we got, for example, such like a result. In generally, when we conclude in mid-century 2041 up to 2070 of the data down scaling under RCP 8.5 scenarios, maize yield was decreasing by 14.326%. So these are when we illustrate or display in figures. Okay, these are in RTP 4.5 mid-century yield is decreasing. Again, RTP 8.5 in mid-century is decreasing. Again, also in RCP 4.5 in mid-century recipe 8.5 in near century, and the mid-century is decreasing. According to those scholars, shows decreased decreased grain filling spread due to the rise in temperature in the main factor of crop yield decrease. As reported by these guys also, scenario results in crop yield decrease in developing countries with significance in Africa. So, these are papers published in the Helen journals. How to the next step is how the climate data source from the Cordex Africa climate data source from the Cordex Africa and Marxism. These are the Cordex Africa or coordinated regional climate downscaling experimented by this website. These are the follow the procedure. First to open the crate, and if you are using the Cordex, go to the project, select the Cordex and search, then search and go to the domain, select Africa 44, go to the experiment, select historical, recipe 4.5 and 8.5, go to the time frequency, select daily and go to the ensemble, select R1 IP1 and go to the variable, select the precipitation, Tmax, Tmin, go to regional climate modeling, select regional climate of Africa and search, go to the driving model, select these models, then look into the file to see the select satisfy your interest, and you can use HTTP or OpenDAP option for downloading of the each. So the climate data source, Cortex Africa, these are a data preparation. First, we prepare historical climate data, and we give historical climate data, and we give these are a name of the station. For example, this name of station is Babile, this name of station is Haramwaya, this name of station is Mieso. I know these abbreviations. Based on that, we prepare a file format ID 1234, name Babile, Haramaya, Mieto, latitude, longitude, elevations, and the time for temperature. And open the hydroclimate extraction models, and go to open precipi, open the precipitation, linear scaling, and go to the climate model, select this folder, and open the Cordex of net TDF or future climate predictions, and check to the check file and start run. We got a future climate extraction. So the next is how to downscale from a Marxism daily weather data from the GCN. As you see, these are, if we can search this website on the Chrome or Foxit, just this, you may get this website. So, and go to, if you see these are a location, if you write, for example, Haromaya, and Haromaya is happened, it's calling Alamaya here. I select a recipe 4.5 new century, and the year 2040, and the model is ADGCN. Latitude and the longitude is by default comes. So no need of manually edit. So just like if you are run, this data is happening, this data is rise, this data is appear. So the next is climate characterization. What is the pillars? What is the objective of climate characterization? You know, climate characterization is to understand the start of rain season, to understand end of rain season, length of growing period, and to advise farmers when the start of rain season, what farmers should be able to do, and end of rainy season, what happen, the consequence, the impact on the crop productions. For example, these are the formal data prepared daily, Tmax, Tmin, and the rainfall save as Excel 97, 23, 2003, and separate 365 days of the year for each year in the column. So install in status 3.36 or 3.37 and open. So export the data. For example, this have you. Could you see? As you see, these are the export the data. Export the data. When we can export the data, maybe if you see these are the Gursum data. So go to the management and the resize worksheet. Yeah, to give the column number 150, and the length of the day 366. Why 66? Is 166 in 4 years, in consecutively in 4 years. 366 is come in the 4th year, in the coming in the 4 years. So just like go to the start of rain season, acclimate events, start of rain, and select all the available data, and click on the first, and threshold is 0.85. These are the totally rainfall over 3 consecutive days. If the accumulated rainfall is 20, greater than 20, within 9 days, following of 13 days or 1 year. So one month. Just okay. When start of rain season, after you see these are the events, start of rain, and the available data, select, and 0.85 threshold, total rainfall, total over 3 days of rainfall, accumulated 20 millimeter. So just like you can okay, and the end of rain season, follow water balance end of rain season, where the soil moisture balance is reached to 0. So these are a procedure. These are length of growing period. Length of growing period equal to end of rainy season minus start of rainy season. Okay, and the probability of dry spell. The probability of dry spell, that means the probability of dry spell at 5 lengths of day, 7 lengths of day, and 10 lengths of day, and 15 days of length of day, what it will look like, the probability of dry spell. After you see, these are a probability of dry spell in this area very low, very low. These are a July, August, there a peak rainfall. There is a rainfall. These are 100 actually around the April, or around the May. These are a bimodal rainfall pattern, especially in eastern part of Ethiopia. So these are, it is good. There is no such like exaggerating of a dry spell. So these are dry spell lengths. So the next is descriptive statistics of onset, cessation date, and the length of growing period. Go to the statistics, summary, descriptive, select the available data, and you may go these variables, these statistics. So this paper may publish it. This paper is published in Advanced Meteorology in Dow journals. So, one candle trend test. What does mean one candle? One candle trend test is to evaluate increasing or decreasing of temperature and the rainfall patterns in the base of observations. These are the descriptive of R for studying trend analysis. So you see, these are the output values. The output value, for example, a first install package, modified MK, library modified MK, and MMK Babele. O means start of rainy season, end of rainy season, length of growing period. I want to do the 3 variables of trend analysis. What to look like of start of rain season, end of rain season, length of growing period. Just give to the dollars sign and click on the onset. First, I wanted to go to the result of onset, and the next end, the next is length. Accordingly, first I want to get I want to get the value of onset. So these are the value of onset. These are the Mann-Candle trend analysis. So it is the decreasing. Sine slope is actually sine slope is decreasing, and when we see the significance of this study compared with the p-value, insignificant because below the 0.83. So when we compare with the Excel data and R value, when R program or R studio for calculating Mann-Candle, calculating trend analysis. So R program or R studio is better than Excel data. You see these are give to the as a corrected Mann-Candle trend analysis. Mann-Candle trend analysis. So these are the trend analysis for the temperature, trend analysis for the rainfall, trend analysis for the rainfall. So today is enough. Thank you for your attention. We will meet for the next time.